Film is about a young Russian-American sex worker who, on a whim, marries the son of a billionaire.
What about 4 or 5 or 6?
Exotic dancer from Brooklyn who gets her chance at you could say, a Cinderella story.
You promise to love, honor, and cherish her all the days of your life?
I do.
And do you, Anora, take this handsome...
Stay close to me.
Meets this guy, she is seduced by this incredible life and this fairy tale ending that she's fallen in love with.
Your life.
Say yes.
Oh, fuck yeah, I do. It is now my great honor to now pronounce you as husband and wife. You may seal your promises with a kiss.
This is a Cinderella story, and you really do get to be wooed by some pretty handsome pseudo Prince Charmings and then eventual Prince Charmings.
Let's make a new start. The future is ours to find. Can you see it? Can you see it? Can you see it in my eyes? Can you feel it?
And it's a fairy tale dream come true until it isn't. Is that we've seen her interacting with clients at the club earlier.
Hi, I'm Annie.
Nice to meet you.
Very nice to meet you. How you doing?
I'm doing well.
That was the whole purpose of opening the film, with just showing the mechanics of the club and a night in the life of Annie.
Girl! And it's fucking insane inside. There's an elevator. Oh my God.
Annie and Lulu are walking into a party with people who are the same age
20,
as them, in their
20-year-olds.
20s, and so I think it feels different than the previous clients.
Presenting Mark in a great Gatsby sort of way.
Lulu, this is Yvonne.
Playing it very big in a great way.
I am so excited that you are here, and let's go dream.
Yeah, she isn't there just for business. There's a little more. There's an intrigue.
Her looks great. Yeah.
Thank you.
There's a nice balance there. You're riding that line between, like, this is just a casual social interaction and a little bit of business going on in there.
You were right. This is banging.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Having fun?
Yeah, but you can also kind of see in her eyes how drawn in she is by Yvonne, curious, and I think also there's that sort of twinkle of something else happening.
Yeah, me too, exactly that.
It is a different energy here. She's not hustling right now.
Exactly.
She's more relaxed.
Yes.
Yeah, and I think she was also hoping that he would say that as well.
Ooh.
I think she assumed that they would spend the night together.
I have holiday rates.
Well, she's hired, like this, it's her job. She's been hired to sort of portray this like perfect girlfriend, this girlfriend experience. And so her job is to just make him feel like a king, you know?
What we are cheering for?
What about my new girlfriend?
Hell yeah. Yeah, to Annie.
Summer for you.
For you. Summer.
Okay,
Yeah, summer for you.
Well, I think that Yvonne comes into Annie's life in a very unexpected way. I think that he really disarms her and charms her.
And then I think at a certain point, you know, the lines become blurred within the relationship because I think he's certainly probably the youngest client she's had that is that wealthy.
I got it.
Who seemingly lives this perfect life and has welcomed her into it. It's a dream come true for her.
We're going all in.
Motherfucker.
Funny.
And he's charming, and I think maybe he could possibly be someone she would date.
There's lots of things that she falls for. I think it's also like the beginning of a possible fantasy. She sees his life as like the ultimate dream and goal of what she wants. And so I think that all of it is intriguing to her, this sort of like you know, his life is kind of like a fairy tale in a lot of ways. And so I think that slowly the lines are blurred, but certainly at first it's all about like just servicing him, and like, you know, she's not thinking about herself. But then, you know, there's a certain point in Vegas where she's like, okay, well, maybe I can change this so it can be enjoyable for both of us. And she tells him to, like, oh, what if you slow down, like maybe do it this way.
But you know it could last longer and be better if you just take it easy.
Like,
And I think that she is a very intuitive person, but that she puts some of that to the side because there's also so much hopefulness involved in what this could mean for her and her life.
And it's a fairy tale dream come true until it isn't.
Put me on a fucking speaker so this hooker can hear me too.
She really goes at it in these scenes with these men. How was it to take her on in that way?
I'm not a fucking prostitute, you fucking piece of shit.
That fucking Armenian piece of shit.
Are you Armenian piece of shit?
I think in the beginning, when it all kind of like goes to shit, when her life is disrupted in this sort of violent way.
Who the fuck is this guy?
10 minutes, you hear me? In 10 minutes, both of you are coming with me down to the city hall. We're gonna annul this marriage. You hear me?
I think that she is someone who, she's a fighter in so many different ways, like emotionally and physically. But also in that moment, she doesn't know what's going to happen to her. Like these people have burst into her marital home and are trying to ruin her life, and she doesn't know if they're gonna kill her or they're gonna ruin her marriage. And so she's fighting tooth and nail to get out of there and then to save her marriage.
okay.
Stay the fuck back!
No, but no. Put it. It's bad way. Just see.
I fucking dare you take another fucking step,
I don't touch you. No. Don't leave. It's okay. Just put it. Oh! Stop.
I think it's a realization that she's not physically in danger, but her marriage and the life that she feels like she has earned, and that is her
This is a
dream,
real
is
marriage,
in danger.
and
So
I'm not
now
getting
she's
a
fighting for
divorce.
her marriage.
This is not a real marriage,
This is a real marriage.
okay? And we're getting it annulled, and you have no say in it.
Well, I'm his fucking wife, so I do think I have a say in it.
Absolutely not. Listen to what I'm telling you. You got married illegally. It's a fraud marriage, and we're getting it annulled
fraud marriage?
ASAP.
No, we are two consenting adults who got married legally, and there is nothing you can fucking do about it.
This is
The most important thing to her is like saving her marriage and this life that she feels like she's earned and that is like rightfully hers. And it's this sort of, this fairy tale that she was welcomed into, and it's being ripped away from her. And so it's important that she tries to fight for that because she's a fighter and she fights tooth and nail to try to get it back.
I want to talk to Yvonne before agreeing to any of this.
Sure.
I mean, I think she's this very scrappy woman.
Ай, блядь!
Что, брат?
Да она кусается, блядь! Сука!
I think she has completely fallen in love with that lifestyle and the idea of this new life, and the idea of like going back to the club or like going back home would be so devastating to her and embarrassing. And so she's kind of trying to hold on to this, whatever last shreds of dignity she has left.
And then I think at a certain point, what becomes more important is just trying to preserve some of her dignity.
She's fucking erotic dancer. Hi, Doris.
Because she's been so mistreated this entire course of the film by people just because of what she does for a living, just because of what they have sort of like branded her as, which isn't who she is. She's a person.
It's more about themes that I'm tackling, and one of the big ones is power dynamics and the respect that one gives to somebody on a different rung on the on the status ladder. Now we're introducing some of Bond's friends, played by these three wonderful actors, Lad, Anton, and Maria. It's sort of setting up the relationship. It's also showing, I think, the first instance of sort of a perhaps disrespect towards a sex worker that you'll see a lot of coming up later in the film. But just the fact that they're laughing about it and laughing about the situation, I just wanted to drop that little seed in there early on in the film.
And I think obviously because of all that happens throughout the course of the film, she's very hurt, she's heartbroken by what's happening. She's devastated by the way she's being treated just because of what she does for a living.
Stefan is not your husband. And you're not part of this family. And your Russian is embarrassing.
He's asking, those Armenians, are they looking for me? You know, you see sort of the way, and the scene that immediately follows this, you see the way he treats, quote unquote, the help. And so I think that's one of the big takeaways here, if there's a takeaway.
What the fuck, man? Are you fucking kidding me? You mean I have to wait? You mean we have to wait right now, bro? Yes? Yes? Come on. I am fucking with you, dude. We will stay here. It's nice to come back.
Very good.
Let's go up shit on this fucking casino.
Have a great time.
What are you fucking waiting for?
At first, when he runs away, obviously that's a shock to her, and it's kind of like a slap in the face in some ways, but I think she still thinks that they're going to stay married.
Just listen to me, baby. Listen, these guys, they want us to get a divorce, okay?
It's not divorce. I told you 100 times. It's annulment. Annulment.
Vanya, tell them that we're not gonna get a divorce, okay? Tell them that this is a mistake.
Родители уже приехали?
Baby, this is very important.
When these guys come in, and she's fighting for that because she's convinced that they're wrong and that he's going to fight for her in some way. And I think over the course of that one specific night, it starts to dawn on her that he's not going to come for her. She's going to have to find him, and she's going to have to convince him in some way. And so
Let's stay married, okay?
Yeah, you know these guys. Yeah, I love them. I love them.
This Vanya. We have to talk about this, okay? This is very, very important, all right?
I don't want to talk about it right now.
Just look what he's done.
I think the biggest moment where she realizes that it's really over, and that the last shred of hope that she had and the last shred of dignity is sort of shattered is on the steps in the scene walking into the private jet.
What do you want me to say? Can you understand that now we must go in the fucking plane and fly in fucking Vegas? Get it? You get it?
So we're getting a divorce.
Of course! Are you stupid?
That to me that's the scene where it's all over, and any kind of affection or love or possibility of love or hopefulness, it's totally shattered at that point.
And thank you for making my last trip to America so far.
Yeah, you had fun?
Yeah. Let's go.
I mean, gosh, even until when she's signing the divorce papers, there's a moment where Annie looks at Ivan one last time, and she knows it's over, but she still has this tiny, tiny little iota of...
Sign, please.
And I think after that, it's completely gone.
And then, oh, sorry, just one more.
The way Anora ends is something that has generated a lot of discussion. It's like a tender, heartbreaking moment. The fairy tale has sort of come crashing down. Like Annie's back to like being a pumpkin, so to speak, and she's trying to figure out like, I guess, what happens next. And I know you said that was maybe one of the hardest scenes for you, intimacy-wise. Like you felt more exposed in that moment.
There was a place that I needed to get to emotionally that Annie was constantly covering up any vulnerability or emotion. She wasn't letting it be shown. She didn't want anyone to see her like that. And so I found myself in a similar headspace while I was shooting, like not wanting to be outwardly emotional, keeping my cards close to my chest. And so I think that's one of the reasons why I was sort of dreading that scene.
What's happening with Annie? You know, she's suppressing her emotions. She doesn't want to, in many ways, really face the reality of it. Because her dream is being shattered. So she has and just her line of work and what she does, she has to have a hard outer shell that doesn't really show what's happening until it really does just come out.
And so there's been so much built up inside her, so much pain, heartbreak, frustration, anger, and she's kept it inside. And so I think that she's trying to communicate in the way that she knows.
Yes.
And eventually, through the course of that scene, they're able to have more of an honest communication with each other without any words.